the host of Dateline Philippines on ANC and host of KC After Hours on YouTube and Spotify, Ms. Karmina Constantino. Of Chorus Line Philippines, director and choreographer, Ms. Karla Puno Garcia. Broadway, television, and film actor, Mr. Conrad Ricamora.
Hi again, Karla. Hi again, Conrad, and hello to all of you joining us tonight about the craft, about their artistry, about the identity that fuels this magic. So once again, a resounding welcome for Karla Puno Garcia and Conrad.
First acting teacher who just said focus on the work. When you focus on the work and focus on becoming a better storyteller, it's like technique is still like really important, craft is still really important in terms of acting. You know, you still have to learn about what your objectives and your obstacles and your strategies, and it's a lifelong journey. I mean, we've talked a lot about like rejection. The way you get over rejection is when you accept that this is something that you want to do for better or for worse, through richer or poorer. This is something that you really, a contract you make with yourself at some point in your life. You're like, okay, I'm an actor. This is what I'm going to be doing, regardless of whether it's in a black box theater or on a Broadway stage or on a TV show or on a film that you're writing yourself. Making that decision to focus on the work is something that will free you from all of the other noise that can happen in the industry. That's what I'd say.
I love focus on the work. I think also, you know, take that initiative if you feel moved to create, if you feel like you want to film something, you want to write something, choreograph, you know, we all have the capability, whether in a small way or a large way, to make something out of nothing. And I would encourage you to follow that instinct, because you can't really know until you just try and do it. And I really like that idea. On top of that, being unapologetic about who you are as an artist. And then I think most of all, something that I've realized also is finding the balance and the joy in your life to, you know, not offset, but just complement the work. And that joy is just, I think, something that's really important to your art as well.
Just to jump off of that.
The first show I got paid for in 2005, over 20 years ago now, and the director was like, "Can you be more Chinese?" I didn't know what she meant at first, and then I was like, "Oh, you want me to reduce my humanity to a stereotype?" And then that fueled me, like, that still fuels me to be like, no, I'm gonna always play three-dimensional characters that have like an arc and like a full human soul.
My phone number was wrong on my resume, and then they couldn't find me, so I didn't get a call back. And then I checked an email I don't normally check, and it was from casting, Paul Hart Casting. And then I called them, and they're like, "We've been looking for you." And they were like, "We dialed this number," and one digit was wrong on my resume. And I said, "Oh no, what can I do?" And they said, "We saved a spot for you in the ensemble." They saved a spot for me. And I was like, oh, I have said this before, but it's like putting on a show with my cousins. I was like, oh, this is fun. This is gonna be so fun. Yeah, it's so hard to explain. It's like a level of comfort, that familiarity, and it's just a feeling. It's like a feeling, you know?
The feeling of acceptance that I have been looking for so much of my life, I feel like now I can just like, here I've just settled into my own skin in a way that I haven't in the entire 47 years that I've been alive. And I feel like when I leave, I will always carry so much of the Philippines in my heart after being here to look out and to know that like I come from somewhere and I have a home somewhere.
Do you know Broadway Barcada in New York?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So we have a little group on Broadway for the Broadway Filipinos called Broadway Barcada, and like this feels like that, like tenfold, because when they have their little mixers, you know, you get that sense of home. You get this like, oh, we're all creatives, we're artists, we're here, and we understand each other. We are experiencing that beyond expectation. Like it has exceeded that.
Gosh, yeah, it's funny because we haven't had an audience yet. We've just been in the rehearsal room, so I've only been able to experience, you know, the collaborative, how profound it is to collaborate with an entire Filipino production. And so I am looking forward, and even now, still learning like what that effect is on me. But again, it's like, you know, we're here to put on a show, and that's what we're going to be doing, and I hope you'll come see it.
I mean, it just makes me want to come back, you know, like it makes me want to continue to create here, selfishly for what it does to my soul and my creativity, but I just love like working out here, and I think that like seeing you all and seeing the future audiences of our show, like getting so excited to share the work that we've done with you guys, I really can't wait for you to see these performers, because they are giving it their all and they are untapped. Like I think that we're also gonna just see people who have usually been in the background and see all the things that they can do, and you're gonna be blown away.
We went and saw the Black Box here, About Us and Not About Us. Oh my God, it was so compelling. I'm excited to come back. And then seeing Spring Awakening with that's the Filipino production that's happening right now. Like there's so much guts and heart to the art scene here, and I find sometimes that is missing in other areas that is, you know, overly intellectualized, and then there's no heart left over. There's no guts left in. And here you can feel artists, even in the visual art, you can feel them reaching out to say something to you. And I've been just moved emotionally in a way, seeing theater and visual art here that I haven't been moved in a really long time.
It's really incredible that I was able to, I haven't been able to see as much because of the baby at night, but I got to see a lot at night at the theater when we did a snippet of a chorus line, and I was able to see snippets of all of the different shows that are happening right now in the Filipino theater community, and it is, I mean, like Conrad was saying, like there's just so much heart that you've seen, and even seeing Spring Awakening and shows that I've seen before, taken to a different level because of that, because of the soul that comes out in the performances, and again, there is just something about seeing a lot of Filipino bodies on stage telling stories that we've seen before, and then telling new stories. You know, it was really cool to see original work and plays, and the word culture shock, I know, is kind of like a sellout, but it really felt like my system was shocked. Being around theater so much, I haven't felt that way in a long time.
Do you think, though, that the talent that you've been seeing here is enough for you to say that the talent is globally competitive?
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I also don't think that there's a need to compare. It speaks for itself. Going to see shows here, the shows speak for themselves, the artists speak for themselves. And talk about unapologetic, I feel like the artists that I've watched on stage commit with every fiber of their being to their roles, to the words that they're saying, to the stories that they're telling. So I like, yeah, it speaks for itself, and it's compelling and moving, and Yeah, I mean, it's so powerful and moving, and that's all that I ever want when I go see theater.